What is up, people? Matt here again. So this is going to be my first ever commentary gameplay video, and as you can see, the game I'm playing is Final Fantasy X-2 HD remake. What I'm going to be doing in this video is basically trying to calibrate the final lightning tower in the Thunder Plains. It's one of the mini games in Final Fantasy X-2, and it's extremely annoying. Now I'm only going to give it about 3 goes. Ironically, I have actually already recorded a previous video basically doing this, but for some reason it didn't capture my commentary, so it's basically completely pointless. I somehow managed to get it to work now, so you know, I'm quite grateful for that. But I really don't want to have to sit here for another 30 minutes recording this again, considering I've already done it, so this is going to be a bit shorter than my initial video, but the point still stands. So let's go and start the torture. So here we go. So basically you have to memorize the sequence the buttons appearing, but the catch on this tower, the last tower, is you have to input the buttons in the opposite order that they appear in. So as shown here, so if, for example, the sequence was X, triangle, circle, you have to put it as circle, triangle, X, because that's the reverse order. You have to do 30 sequences in a row. At certain points, you have to put more buttons in, and occasionally, like, they can appear faster or slower. The maximum amount of buttons in one sequence is 6. That starts from 26th to the final 30th one. You only get 3 misses, so if you do it wrong 3 times, that's it, it's over. You've got to restart it, which is quite frustrating. But let's get on with it. So basically you just have to put them in the opposite. I'd like to think I have a fairly good memory. It's not the best, obviously, but I have an alright memory. This is just a really annoying mini game. I don't know who thought this was a good idea, because it's just painful to do, really. I mean, I failed multiple times and it just doesn't happen, which is really annoying. But there we are. So I'm doing alright at the moment. You know, I can generally get to about 15 hits, so about halfway through without missing, and kind of after that it's a bit iffy. I might miss the odd one. The most I've ever gotten was, messed that one up, the most I ever got was 21, I believe. I can't believe I just messed that up again. 21. So I'm not really, I got about halfway at most. I completely failed there, but it just goes to show, if you don't concentrate 100%, you're not going to get anywhere in this mini game, unfortunately. It's definitely not easy. In fact, I would possibly say it's the hardest mini game. Certainly harder than the Final Fantasy X counterpart, where you have to just dodge the lightning. At least you can make that a bit easier. Apparently there's no way to make this easy. There's no tips or tricks or anything besides writing it down on a piece of paper. But even then, the buttons appear quite quickly, so you might not even have time to write them down. So that's, you know, that's how difficult this actually is. Completely forgot that sequence there. So that's what happens if you turn away or don't concentrate and you miss one button, it's over. There's no way to remember it, sadly. The reverse part is the really annoying thing, because I managed to do the previous one, which is basically just, it's pretty much the same. The only difference is obviously it's not reversed. The reversing really isn't very helpful because your brain doesn't work in reverse. So you're basically going against your own brain, which isn't particularly great. But there you are. So in this video I pretty much completely failed. Last recording I think I got to about 20. Didn't get past that certainly, but I usually average around 15. So yeah, I can't see how I'm going to be able to get all 30. It just doesn't seem possible to me, unfortunately, which is very annoying because I really need to get this done before I progress with the game. I just can't bear to leave this unfinished. My OCD will not allow it, unfortunately. Even though I would like to continue with the game and enjoy the game, part of me just refuses to allow so, unfortunately. And there's been a lot of debate about whether this is the hardest one or not. I would definitely say this is harder, although I was stuck on Tower 7 for a long time. I think I failed about 50 plus times on that before finally doing it, which I was very happy about. But I was averaging about 28 on Tower 7. I'm averaging 15 to 20 on this, so completely forgotten again. So, you know, unless I somehow miraculously become very good with memory, I don't think I'm going to be able to do this, unfortunately, which is a big shame. There we are. So, I failed 3 times now. I'm going to do one more time, just for the sake of it, and then I'll finish up the video for now. I hope to do many more commentary videos in the future, reviews. Definitely want to do some podcasts with a friend of mine. I really want to talk about Fallout 4. I'd also like to do collaborations with people, but that's all dependent on, you know, how people's time management is and all that, because if people are busy, then there's nothing you can do about that. It all depends on, you know, when and, you know, how. But it might not be too difficult. With podcasts it won't be, because we can just go on Skype and talk. But with collaborations, it will be a bit more difficult. Another thing is I'm not giving this my 100% attention, obviously, because I'm also trying, you know, commentating over it. So that might be why I'm failing a bit, not to make any excuses, obviously, because excuses are poor. I'm by no means, I wouldn't say I'm good at this whatsoever, to be honest. I'm pretty rubbish at this. There are people out there, I'm sure, that have done this, although I find it difficult to believe. And there we go, fine. So I failed 4 times in a row. I'm pretty much done at the moment for this. I don't want to do any more at the moment. I've had enough of it. Hopefully I'll somehow do this one day, but it doesn't look good, unfortunately. So I'll just run back to the save and then I'll finish up the video. But yeah, I'm very happy to be able to do commentary now, because it is definitely a big part of gameplay videos. Certainly, without commentary, videos seem empty, which isn't good, and it's a lot less interesting. For example, my Bloodborne video, I didn't think it was that great because I didn't have any commentary and I had to type out what I wanted to say. Luckily now I can commentate, so I'm very happy with that. But yes, this was my first ever commentary gameplay video, demonstrating Final Fantasy X-2 Remaster, Lightning Tower calibration, sorry. Final tower number 10, and as always, thank you for watching this video, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye now.